And moving on now to the latest coronavirus relief in Connecticut. Thousands of tenants who are struggling financially can breathe a little easier this morning because the governor is actually extending an executive order that will protect most people from being evicted until at least the end of the year. Channel 3's Roger Suzanne joins us now at the digital desk to discuss the decision's impact. And Roger, we know that this will help some tenants, but as for the landlords experiencing some money trouble, will they get any help as well?
Yeah, they will. And many frustrated landlords out there have been pointing to the fact that this is a very difficult situation for them as well. And some are even suing the state over this executive order. The governor, though, hopes this extension will help everybody. Most tenants can stay in their homes through the end of the year, but landlords can evict in some extreme cases and also apply for financial relief. Now, of course, this all started because of the COVID-19 pandemic. Back in March, the governor issued a moratorium blocking landlords from evicting their tenants. The executive order was meant to protect people who are unable to pay their rent because of the pandemic. And look, there is no doubt that that did happen. But critics say some people abused the situation, which has unfairly cost landlords around the state millions. Yesterday, the order was extended through the rest of the year, but there are some tweaks which could help people on both sides of this very difficult ordeal. First, landlords will be allowed to evict people before the end of the year in extreme cases, like if their tenant was more than 6 months late on their rent before the pandemic started. And the rental assistance program funding has been doubled to $40 million, and both tenants as well as landlords can apply for some of that cash, which should help ease their economic strain. Rick Bush, who is a landlord in the greater Hartford area, supports this step, but argues the state needs to do more to protect people in his position.
Private citizens, and we're being asked to financially support people who cannot afford to pay rent.
And by the way, Bush does agree that the eviction moratorium was definitely a good idea, but he does fear that it could create an avalanche of lawsuits down the line. We'll have more on that part of the story, a little bit later in the broadcast. Live at the digital desk, I'm Roger Suzanne in Channel 3 Eyewitness News.